Today, we will break down Rodtang's elite fight IQ and what makes him so successful. Also, I give you exercises and techniques that you can use in your sparring or in your fights to KO people like Rodtang. Directly at the start, Rodtang caught the body kick and moved in with a body hook. Edgar Tabares tried to counter it with a spinning elbow that missed. Now, that's the usual counter sometimes for this one attack. Edgar Tabares knew in advance that Rodtang will do this a lot because this is a technique that he uses often. And so Edgar Tabares tried countering it with that spinning elbow, and this will play a crucial role in this fight, and this will also lead him to getting knocked out. Spoiler alert here. Also, what you see during the fight is that Rodtang attacks the lead leg of Tabares. Rodtang sometimes uses his lead leg, his lead low kick, as a jab. It uses a bit like a probe, okay? You just see him kicking the leg, and then maybe using his back leg as well to get a bit more power in this. But he's just using it as a probe, and then he's just distracting you with the leg, and then maybe coming up top, okay? And just finding openings with that, just using the lead leg like a jab. Now again, what we see here is that Rodtang catches another body kick and moves in with the body hook again, and Edgar Tabares tries to do that again. Now here you can see a pattern. What will Edgar Tabares do after Rodtang catches a kick? Throw a spinning elbow. Now, if you have good fight IQ, you know that Edgar Tabares is doing this over and over again, okay? You know, I will catch a kick, I will go in, Edgar Tabares will throw the spinning elbow. But you can captivate on this, and Rodtang did that. Rodtang knocked him out because he did that, and we will see how he did it in a second. But what could he do differently? First of all, Edgar Tabares knows that Rodtang is going to catch the kick. So what could you do? Feint the kick out, let Rodtang catch the kick, be open, maybe come up top with a high kick or a hook. Just captivate on it and feint, use more feints. Edgar Tabares didn't do that. Also, what you can do, just throw a different attack when Rodtang is moving in. You know Rodtang will close the distance to land that body hook after he caught the kick. You know it. Maybe you don't have the most success with your spinning elbow like we see in the fight. It didn't really land. It didn't really lead to something big. It doesn't mean you should not throw that anymore, that spinning elbow. You can still throw it, but not just spam it. Not just spam it over and over. People will read you. So use something different when Rodtang is moving in, and also try feinting the kick and getting him just to guess, okay? Also nice combination here from Rodtang. He's stepping into the range after the round kick, then a feint jab, okay? You see him feinting the jab to close the distance. And now if you want to know on how to close distance, if you have problems with closing distance, again, use more feints, guys. Feints is something that makes you elite. Guys, if you use that in your first fight, or in your second fight, or if you're an amateur, or if you're on the professional level, guys, there are people in the UFC, in 1FC that are not using feints and would be so much better when they would use feints. And I don't care where you are, it's elite when you're an amateur and you're just feinting. Guys, this will win you a fight. So use feints more. But Rodtang is feinting the jab, and this is also how you can close distance. If you have problems with closing distance, use more feints. So Rodtang is feinting the jab out, closing the distance, jabbing again, and then framing Edgar's head a bit to land that low kick. Now here, defensive mastermind Rodtang sees that Edgar Tabares wants to draw an attack. And now, how you can stop attacks quickly to use offense defensively is a tip. Use your tips more and stop attacks from opponents. When just the foot hurts, like foot just goes into the stomach and people are rushing forward, first of all, they have more fear on rushing forward. They don't want to rush forward as much when they get hit with a tip all of the time. And also people you stop your attack instantly when you just get hurt with a tip, and also it takes away your power. And of course you cannot walk through this foot, and most of the time it's even pushing you back. So tip is a really good intercepting attack. And so Rodtang here is not using the normal tip to the body, he's using the tip to the thigh. And this is also a good technique. Now what I would advise you is use your tip to the body to intercept attacks, and also the tip to the thigh. Does not let you be too predictive, okay? So people move in, they know, oh, now he's throwing the tip again. But they cannot know it from you. They move in, oh, now it's a tip to the thigh, and maybe even it's a jab to intercept. So again, you just make it hard, you confuse your opponents. That's really important. And so here, again, Rodtang using the tip to the thigh to intercept the attacks and moving out, hollowing out after, again, Edgar Tabares wants to throw something, but he's really just moving back a bit with the tip to the thigh here. And just defensive mastermind Rodtang here. Now here's a really nice elbow from Rodtang. And again, what is really nice about Rodtang is that he can just do anything. He can kick, he can punch, he has a really good chin, and so on. He can even throw good elbows. And now Rodtang. So Edgar Tabares moves back, Rodtang just closing the distance, and as Edgar Tabares stands still, Rodtang does a step inward with that elbow and just spam fires in that elbow, and really clean here from Rodtang. And now, guys, here is the knockout that we have been waiting for. After Rodtang again catches the kick and moves in with the body hook, what will Edgar Tabares do? You guessed it, he will throw the spinning elbow. Now Rodtang knows that, and Rodtang wants that. Rodtang wants him throwing the spinning elbow. And now Edgar Tabares throws the spinning elbow, and as he tries to recoil back into the starting position, Rodtang fires in that elbow because he's now exposed. Edgar Tabares is now exposed. Rodtang fires in that elbow and gets him cleanly. That's how elite Rodtang's fight IQ is. First of all, he knows the pattern of people, so that's one thing that you should do. Know the pattern of people. Know the pattern, read the patterns, what they're doing. Maybe when you move in, they're always throwing the jab. You can captivate on this. Maybe come up top with a hook or something. So that's one thing. Notice the pattern of people in this fight again, the spinning elbow. And also have a solution on how to captivate on their pattern. Okay? And this is how you get elite fight IQ. Know the solution on how to captivate on a pattern and get just that ability to build a combination and build what you will do. Now, how we can train this is first of all watch fights and think, what could I throw now? What could I throw to knock this guy out? What could I throw? What mistakes is he doing? What combination could I do? First of all, that's building your fight. You also do combinations in your kitchen. That's what I call it. You go in your kitchen or you go wherever. Okay, it doesn't need to be in the kitchen, but you're just standing somewhere and you just have 1 minute time. Okay, you just stand there. Maybe you're waiting in a doctor's office. You just think, what combination could I use to do that? Or my opponent is throwing a lot of low kicks. What could I do to hurt him? Something like this. And you just think a scenario and think how you could hurt him. Okay, so you may be sitting, oh yeah, my opponent's throwing a lot of hooks. What could I do to knock him out? Okay, so that's just, you just build combinations. Or I want to land a body hook. What combination could I throw to land this? That's how you build this ability to do that. And as well, just fighting, as well, just sparring and trying to get better with every sparring session. That's how it is, okay? And as well, the experience just gets you there. But these are some exercises where you can just get there faster, okay? So that's how it is, guys. I see you back soon. We got a lot more fight breakdowns coming soon. And my paid community is coming. I closed it right now, so that's why it's not available anymore. There's still the link in my bio, but it's not available anymore. It will come online soon again with some new things. So I see you back soon. Yeah.